Kentucky and Indiana. And we are live, folks. Welcome to the Sit Down Standard, the podcast celebrating all the amazing things you can do while sitting, whether it's enjoying movies, watching television, or playing games.
Voting.
Or voting. Well, you stand. Well, I guess you could sit and vote. Can you?
Yeah, they can't turn handicapped away, David.
That's a good point. You can do that as well. You can vote. Because we are coming to you on Election Day.
Live election coverage, David. Beep, 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 beep. A day later.
That's right. So this might be the first or the last podcast of all time. But
before our country implodes on itself.
But again, I'm one of your hosts, David Bray. I'm joined, as always, by Gerald Bales.
Hello.
If you are listening to the audio version, what are you doing? You're getting half the experience. Go to youtube.com/sitdownstandard. That is hard to say. Or, of course, you could just listen to the audio version. iTunes, SoundCloud, Stitcher Radio. We are back now on SoundCloud because you made me feel bad. So I don't
even care, honestly.
So now the SoundCloud listeners and the Amish will be happy.
Those 3 people, yeah.
That's right. And then also, of course, if you want to send us an email, let us know about what you think about the podcast. You can send it to
sitdownstandard@gmail.com.
You have to pay attention.
Sorry.
Pay attention here.
Live
election coverage.
They know.
Come on, man. I need you. You're my pollster. But anyways, let's start the show with, now that we got the shameless plugs out of the way, what we do every week. Oh, what you doing? Oh, what you doing? What you doing? Ba-da-da-da. Go vote, 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 vote. You get it?
David,
that was good election. Okay.
I was going to say, dude, why haven't we had a debate this? We've had plenty of time to do like a not a political debate, but like we should have had some kind of polarizing movie or something.
Sitting behind podiums.
And then our listeners can
What are
vote,
they called?
candidate David, candidate Bray, or candidate Bales.
Hashtag vote. Yeah. Vote Bray, vote Bales.
Yeah. We missed the boat on that.
That's all right. We just got to go 4 more years on this podcast.
4 more years.
Exactly. 4 more years. Gerald, speaking of what you doing?
Well, we voted today, David, as you can see by our cool Vegas stickers, by the way. I don't know if you can zoom in on that, David. I'm going to make you do post-production work here.
Nice.
But we got the coolest stickers, I think, that I've seen on social media.
Yes.
Vegas has the coolest stickers.
I will agree
or
with
Nevada,
you.
I should say. Actually, are these the same?
No, they're Clark County.
Oh, Clark County. Okay.
So, yeah.
So
Vegas.
Reno people are screwed.
Yeah.
They're
Las
crappy
Vegas.
stickers. They probably had the world's smallest sticker.
But it's also the biggest sticker.
Yeah, get it.
Nice.
Anyway, so yeah, I went to go vote. Obviously, if you're listening to this now and, I should go vote because they're saying it.
Too
you
late.
are too late. Next 2 years, you can vote for the one no one cares about. Yeah. So, but yeah, voted. That was a cool experience.
Yeah, we've got some interesting props. Right now, they're trying. There's a question to essentially legalize marijuana. There's
one of 5 states, David.
Yeah, California, I think, is another one.
Mm-hmm.
It was
Arizona's
funny.
the other one.
I was listening to a NPR. I think it was
Southwest,
where it was like. I don't know if you know this, but I think California already thinks marijuana is legal.
You can get it easy enough, right?
Yeah, exactly. But what do you, other than voting, or how was your voting experience? Mine was really quick.
There was a little bit of a line.
Okay.
But it was fairly quick. I mean, went to my right precinct guy, looked up my name, signed the little paper, got my little card.
It's kind of cool. Like, there is a feeling, because this is, I think, like, I've voted in for the past, 12 years? 12, 13
I want to say I voted. The first one was the first Obama. No, I voted for Kerry before. Yeah.
So the
what a waste.
Oh man. But it's just there's this cool feeling, like like we joke about like it's your but not joke about, but people actually talk about it. It's like it's a patriotic.
No, I walked
duty.
out and was like, oh, that felt good.
It felt good. Like you feel
feels
like
good.
you're doing
feels
something.
good, man.
Even when your vote does matter, and it just feels good. You feel American. You should eat apple pie.
Like people say, like people died for this right.
Yeah.
So go do it.
I mean,
next time, I guess, when you're listening to this. But yeah, definitely vote. There are people, like a bunch of people online, a bunch of Trump supporters that are all up in arms because they didn't register. They went to go vote and they realized they didn't register to vote and you couldn't register day of. And...
Yeah. Well, I know that he tried to bring a suit in the state of Nevada for keeping election things open.
Yeah, because how dare you?
Voting. Whatever. It's
rigged anyway. Who cares? Anyway, a couple other things, David. This past weekend was BlizzCon last Friday and Saturday. And BlizzCon, if you listeners and David do not know, that is a big convention center around Blizzard games. It's in Anaheim Convention Center. It's been there for many years. This is actually the 10th anniversary of BlizzCon.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Or the 10th BlizzCon, and it's the 25th anniversary of Blizzard as a video game company.
Now they don't show up. They do their own con. They don't show up to like E3. They don't show up to any of the other big ones.
They do their own thing.
Okay,
but they announced a bunch of cool stuff. Obviously, cool Overwatch stuff. I don't really care about the StarCraft stuff. But
How dare you?
They announced some cool Overwatch stuff. New character that's been teased for like months now. Sombra, she's a hacker, which is pretty cool. Can't wait to try her out on the PTR. They launched a new arcade mode, so they're going to bring up some new modes, including like 1 vs 1 or 3 vs 3. Small,
cool.
just more quick stuff.
Yep.
They announced their own esports league called the Overwatch League.
Of course they did.
No, it's actually really cool because you have like big leagues like MLG and all this kind of stuff. They're kind of segmented, where this is kind of bringing it all in house. They're going to do like drafts, like free agency signings. They're going to do
wait. You mean like teams, like actual teams?
Yeah. They're going to do like guaranteed salaries.
No, it makes sense. I mean, it's popular. They're making money off this stuff. We see these prizes that are multi-million-dollar prizes. So,
well, speaking of, they had obviously a bunch of tournaments there, including the first Overwatch World Cup, which is very cool. But yeah, total amongst all their games that were there, Warcraft, Heroes of the Storm, all that stuff, $2.5 million prize pool
that's
combined.
My point.
So it's huge.
Yeah, of course.
But they also had the Overwatch World Cup, like I mentioned. They had countries from all around the world. Teams voted on listeners or watchers, I should say. And the final 8 played in Anaheim for the World Cup. Let's see. USA lost.
Oh well.
At a best of 3, 0-2 to South Korea.
Of course, it's South Korea
in the first quarterfinals or semifinals, whatever. And the finals were between South Korea and Russia. Who do you think won? It was best of 7.
South Korea.
Yeah. What do you think the record was? Best of 7.
4-0.
It was 4-0.
They sweeped them.
It wasn't even that great to watch.
Gaming in South Korea is not a joke.
No, they were interviewing.
It's not seriously. It's not a joke. Like they train. Like their eyeballs hurt.
Yeah, they were talking. Excuse me. They were talking from the captain of Sweden, who lost to them in the semi or the one after you guys. Anyway, and the guy was like, "They're machines."
They're not human.
Like you try to do something else and they immediately adapt as one. Like they're like a hive mind machine.
They all just turn real quick to each other.
It's crazy. I mean,
I've watched some of those tournaments. It's almost like mesmerizing to watch because there are teams that have a lot of like outward communication. And then a lot of it makes no sense, like because they've got their own lingo and everything. And if you're not a part of it, you have no idea. That's why the commentators are there. But sometimes they don't like really talk. It's just kind of like, I already know what you're gonna do. We've already gone through this scenario because it's like any sport. Which whatever, we'll have the debate if video games are sport, but it's practice makes perfect. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You continue to create the same scenario, you're gonna know. It's just like World Series of Poker. Like at some point, you've probably played every hand. And you've played against every other option or close to every other option. So that makes sense. But
when you're all connected through one single cable, David, like the South Korean team is.
Exactly.
Of course they're going to think alike. But
So the idea now is that they're actually going to create teams that have like, there's a draft and trades and like an actual general manager
within
for these
one
teams.
league. Yeah,
that's cool.
Overwatch League, all they're creating overseen by Blizzard, which
that's
is
cool. They're
cool.
creating like a national association or an association of, that's cool. And that actually creates where the gamers themselves become, quote unquote famous.
Exactly.
Because some of them already are.
Well, they showed a really cool video. It's like, what do you need to do to get your name out there? You got to play, you got to practice, you got to lose, but then you got to win. And that video is like super like, oh wow, I could be that. Actually had, I think one of the Serena sisters was like wearing a jacket with like the guy's name. She's like, yeah, that's your name, stuff like that. Of course,
they're gonna have jerseys and stuff now. That's cool. Though. I'm all for it. Anything that spreads, the gaming in general is a good thing, especially the top echelon of stuff. Because I like casual gaming, but sometimes I want some heavy gaming, man. I want to see, where if you're half a fraction second late on some build in Warcraft or Starcraft or whatever, like
you're done.
No, I like the tension. You watch some of those. We always talk about.
I like watching it because I'll never be that good.
Yeah,
like
course.
Watching the Halo Championship Series and all that stuff. Like I'll never be that good, but it's exciting to see. I play that game. Like look how good these people are. That's so cool.
Yeah, that's very very cool.
But speaking of Starcraft, there was a representative from DeepMind there, from Google. Remember DeepMind?
Yes,
David?
I know.
We've talked about this before, David.
Taking over the world.
Anyway, they are partnering with Blizzard to create an AI for StarCraft.
Of course they are.
It's getting
cannot
scary.
Leave well enough alone.
Well, they mentioned like AlphaGo and how well that program did, so they're going to move their next.
How well it did at destroying humans. Like it's a weird way to say it. Like it totally crushed the Go champion and made him want to kill himself. The computer did. Really well done. It's like. We should slow down. Really, like now we're gonna push it into StarCraft. Great.
Yeah, so that's gonna be really cool to see. Hopefully, next couple of years we'll see a cool, a StarCraft match between the top, world player, probably a South Korean, playing a computer, and we'll see how that goes. I just
we will lose.
Cool.
I predict we will lose to the computer. You heard it here first.
Last cool thing that they announced, at least I cared about, is it's the 25th anniversary of Blizzard. One of their first games was the first Diablo game. I think you played. Did you play?
No, I played Diablo 1. Diablo 2 I played, but insufferable game of. But the problem is every friend that I had loved that game, and I liked Counter-Strike at the time. So I was like, let's play Counter-Strike. And they're like, no,
Let's play Diablo 2.
we're going to play Diablo 2 cow level, bro. And we played no, we play that stupid level over and over. And I'm like,
That's where the best loot is, dude.
I know.
You got to do ball runs.
Yeah.
If you have Lord of Destruction.
It's just I got I got burned out on that game. So,
But anyway,
I never played Diablo 3 either. But I heard it was great.
Yeah, in Diablo 3, they're adding like a quest line, I guess, where you go back to Tristram and you pretty much replay Diablo 1.
Of course.
All 16 levels, all the bosses.
Remember Diablo? Remember
Exactly.
Diablo?
So
much fun.
I mean, I think it's pretty cool, but it's gonna be a free through a free patch. Obviously, if you already have the game.
How many people are still playing Diablo 3? I mean,
not a lot.
That's my point. Like, it's like we added this cool thing that nobody's gonna probably play.
I'll play it and then never play it again. And they're also bringing the Necromancer from Diablo 2.
Yeah.
How dare you?
I'm sorry. It's so unprofessional to get a phone call.
The Necromancer from Diablo 2, they're bringing it as a character as well into Diablo 3, which is kind of cool. He was one of my favorite characters.
Yeah.
Anyway, oh geez, is that really all I have?
No, I was gonna say, did you? Because I know a big thing now with Blizzard is like the cosplay. Did you see any of the? Some of those are ridiculous.
I did not. I saw a Reinhardt cosplay with like big foam armor.
Yeah,
and he's
exactly.
like 8 feet taller, and that was pretty cool. But I don't watch like the competition.
Yeah, I think shout out to if she's listening to the podcast. I think our listener Marie, she goes to BlizzCon. I think she went this year because it's not too far from Vegas, Anaheim. Obviously, you live there. Did you ever go?
No. Tickets are like $200.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a little steep. But is it? It's not one day.
It's 2 days. Yeah, it's Friday and Saturday, and then they always have a big musical guest at the end of the last day. This year is Weird Al. They've had Foo Fighters before. They've had a bunch of like big musical guests. They have Korn one year,
Korn, really?
Or
from like the back in the 90s? What is it?
One of the two. I don't know. I get things.
Quote unquote big.
Yeah.
At one point.
I mean, come on, man.
I know it's Blizzard. I get it.
Yeah. How dare you? Foo Fighters, man. Come on.
No, Foo Fighters.
They were there a few years ago.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. He's such a hater. Anyway, I think that's
really all they announced with Overwatch was the new.
It was a light BlizzCon, yeah. But this character we knew was coming. They've literally been teasing it through ARGs probably for a month and a half, 2 months now.
And nobody knows other than that she's a hacker. You didn't get the backstory of her?
No, they had a new cool animated short, which is really cool. I'll show you later, David.
Yeah, I know. All about it.
Yeah, really cool stuff. They did announce with the new arcade mode, there's a new map there, and then they're going to do a new map coming December. So
is there any new game coming from Blizzard? No. I mean, Overwatch is huge. I'm not trying to that might even be probably your game of the year, I'm assuming. But is there a property, are they doing anything with... What is coming after World of Warcraft? Is it just going to
more expansions?
No, but they're never just going to I've been hearing it like for years that they're just going to redo that all. It's going to be a brand new world, and it's going to be no. Okay, well,
I don't think so.
They're like, is it still making money? Yeah, let's keep doing that.
Exactly. Why? And Overwatch is, I think, it's got to be their new.
Of course,
it, right?
Yeah,
new
of course.
It girl.
Yeah, of
right?
course.
So
and it's making tons of money. Obviously, you play it nonstop.
Those
so
loot boxes, man.
Gotta get them. Gotta get them.
Anyway, that's pretty much all I got, David. What you doing?
Got a couple things. This week was a little busy with work, but I did have a chance to pick up on some stuff. Again, sorry for the podcast being a little late. But I did a couple things this week. First thing, I played a new game. It's called Owl Boy.